Mike Sabin.
Speaker, there's an excellent contribution as to everything that the Regulations Review Committee is not about, sir, and that is about policy. So the member has given a great dissertation on all the ins and outs of levies and commodities from the policy perspective, sir, but this is not what this bill actually deals with. This is a perfunctory piece of legislation that is very much a legislative process that ensures that levies that would otherwise expire don't, sir. So the member may do well to actually remember what the function of the Regulations Review Committee is when he helicopters in there to battle away on his policy front, because that is not a matter for that committee to deal with, sir. Just very briefly, the committee did look last year very closely at how we could actually trim back and rationalise as best we can the valuable time of this House in terms of performing this very important function, sir. And I just want to commend the government departments that have reported their contributions earlier to allow the committee to scrutinise the need for their legislation in this bill. Sir, that has meant that the government and this House has been able to progress its work far more quickly and efficiently. I think there are probably other ways that we can help provide efficiencies for the benefit of this House with this particular legislation. Sir, I won't take any more time of the House. Certainly commend the bill and the work of the Select Committee in doing their best to ensure that these regulations are dealt with appropriately. Thank you.
The question, Ian Lees-Galloway.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I just want to make a short contribution on this subordinate legislation confirmation and validation bill number 2. As I'm sure earlier speakers will have said, that the purpose of this bill is to confirm and in some cases validate subordinate legislation made under various acts. And passing this bill, the House is effectively approving the subordinate legislation specified in this bill and allowing it to continue in force. And essentially this lays around a series of levies and other matters that, as Mike Sabin said, in the absence of this legislation would not be able to carry on. Just some interesting points, sir. The orders under the Land Transport Act refer to motor vehicle registration, and I note that the bulk of motor vehicle registration is actually the accident compensation levy that motor vehicle owners pay into ACC. The ACC recommended to the government that it reduce the motor vehicle levy, as it made recommendations that the government could reduce a range of ACC levies. In fact, it was Nick Smith who put the ACC levies up when he created a phony crisis in the Accident Compensation Corporation. He overcharged New Zealanders. He caused New Zealand taxpayers to pay far more in their ACC levies than what was necessary, and the result was this year that the ACC made a nearly $5 billion surplus. And of course the reason why the government refused to reduce the levies that Nick Smith, who interjected on me, raised when he was